Hey guys, so today I wanted to do part two of my greatest antique store finds. I'm real excited once again to have another great video for you. And what I can tell you is I've been digging through my room, found a lot of stuff that I've gotten at antique stores. There will be a part three and there will be a part four of the antique store finds, maybe even a part five, because I've gotten some really cool stuff over the years at antique stores. And I'm feeling pumped up and energetic to make these videos for you guys. And I appreciate all of you watching and all of your comments and everything. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring you in and let's get started. All right. So here is part two. Got some pretty cool stuff to share with you. And I just wanted to say I appreciate you guys that watch me regularly and those of you that are new to my channel. I apologize if sometimes the sound of my videos might be a little bit different than others. Honestly, I'm using my cell phone. I've had my phone for almost 5 years now, so I probably need to upgrade to a newer phone maybe in the near future. So y'all just bear with me on the sound quality sometimes and maybe even the picture quality. But thank you for your understanding. I'm going to go ahead and bring you in. So first I got this Navy Talker helmet. It's a World War II Navy Talker helmet. Definitely a lot bigger than your average M1 for sure. Unfortunately, it has basically nothing on the inside. It's completely gutted. And if you don't know what this is for, it's actually used on like Navy ships and stuff. And the person that wore this, the sailor, would have had like a headset on. And this would have gone over like, you know, the earpieces and everything, the headset that he had on his head. I got this a few years ago, or, you know, quite a few years ago for $35 at an antique store. And I've always hoped to upgrade to a better example, and maybe one day I will. But in the meantime, I've really enjoyed having this in my collection on display. Right here, moving on, I've got this World War II M1 helmet. It's a McCord, and as you can see, it's been through a lot. This thing's been ran over or something. It's definitely beat up pretty bad, misshapen, busted, you name it. So, it looks like it got ran over by something, unless it just got pounded by, I don't know, artillery or concussion. I'm not sure, but it's been through the ringer. Seriously doubt anybody was wearing this when this took place. Unfortunately, no bells anymore, nothing, you know, a lot going on the inside. I actually got this at an antique store kind of off the road, off the map, off the grid, I guess you could say. Whenever I go to the beach every year, I look for, you know, places to go, you know, antiquing or picking or whatever. I got this for $16, and it's actually an early World War II helmet, and the heat stamp is 79A. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but it's really hard to see, but it's 79A. So it would have been originally a fixed bell helmet, but 16 bucks, can't go wrong. Right here, this is a model 1917 A1. This is also known as a Kelly helmet. And unfortunately, it has no interior at all. The webbing, you know, everything is just gone. But it is a Kelly helmet. It's not like a model 1917 World War I helmet, because you see this right here, 18B. So this would have been made by McCord. And, you know, as you know, the McCord M1 helmets picked up somewhere around heat stamp or heat lot number 25. And again, this is 18B. It does have it doesn't have the split pin like, you know, the British helmets would have had. It's got the regular rivets right there. It's not the split pin. But again, this would be after World War I, basically around the late 1930s or so, early 1940s. Kelly helmet. I got this for $20. Never had another Kelly helmet. I've got several World War I American and World War I British, but maybe one day I'll get a complete example. In the meantime, this right here is one of my very earliest M1 helmets. I'm going to take the liner out for a second here because the liner did not come with this helmet. This helmet is actually 644 right there. If you see that, 644. I take that back. I got my helmets confused. This is not one of my early helmets. The early one's going to be in my next video. I apologize. So this would be kind of a mid-war helmet. Overall, it's I like the way it looks, the finish and everything. As you see, it's a swivel bell. It would have been originally a fixed bell, which, that was common. And I actually traded some stuff to get this helmet, and I basically don't have much of anything in it. So that's pretty cool. I always tag everything. If anything, I might have less than $20 in it because of trade. But something interesting, though, is the liner that I actually paired with it. It's a World War II Westinghouse. And this one's actually got Corporal McRow on there. See, it's got a lot of medical tapes, kind of a weird design, weird pattern. I'm pretty sure, I guess a soldier would have done that. Maybe not just a kid got a hold of some medical tape after the war and did this. It actually's got MP there on the side, but Corporal McRow right there. I actually, again, got the liner separate, and this liner was actually $33, so not too bad. Again, it's not in the greatest condition on the inside, but it's pretty interesting that it is named right there, Corporal McRow. So I'm thankful to have it in the collection. Moving on here, I got this World War I gas mask bag, and it was in a video earlier this year, and I was told it's a British bag and not a U.S. I know quite a bit about World War I stuff, but not as much as a lot of you guys. And so I actually got it for $10, and you see it's got Sergeant I think it's J.O. Bruce, if I'm not mistaken, or J.Q. J.G. Bruce, might be J.G. But for $10, you can't beat that. Moving on here, I've got this aeronautical compass, and it's for a World War I British Sopwith Camel biplane, and it dates to 1917 right there. And overall, it's really, really cool. It's just kind of one of those kind of weird, funky kind of things to collect. I got it several years ago. A guy had an antique store in his house, and this guy was older, and he was doing away with his collection. And I walked through his old house, and this actually had like some orange cruddy liquid in there. It looked like orange muddy water. You couldn't see nothing. So I actually took the screws off and everything, and drained all that nasty crud in there. I don't believe it was only water. It's probably some kind of other chemical or something. But you see, it still moves around in there. One day I might do some type of small restoration on it, like, reseal it with regasket or whatever, maybe some form of gasket or something, put some kind of liquid in there, that way it can do its thing. But I got it for $48, which might have been a little high, but I'm still thankful for it. Moving on here, I got this gas hood, which is, somewhat desirable. I got this at an antique store a few years ago, and I got it for, what was it? I'm looking at my notes here. I got it for $24. I know a lot of people look for these. I mean, I don't think they're super rare, but I've seen so many people after these things. Like, you would think they're pretty uncommon or very rare. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they're not that uncommon. Correct me if I'm wrong, but kind of a different item there, I guess. Right here, I got this cover for a spare barrel. If you see that right there, it's pretty cool. I got it for $16, and let's see, it's a spare machine gun barrel cover, World War II. It dates somewhere around 1943 or so. $16, that's a pretty cool item to have. Underneath here, under these helmets, if you can see, I got a Japanese meatball flag. And I got it at an antique store a few years, several years ago. I always say a few years, but when you get my age, I'm 38, a few years could be 20 years ago. But it's just your basic meatball flag. I got it for $40. It's silk and everything. Overall, good condition, so I think I did pretty good on it. Right here in the front, just a few years ago, and I do mean a few years ago this time, me and my wife stopped at kind of a random antique place just off the road, and I got this Navy photo here, which honestly I'm not sure if it's World War II or after. It's got something down there, which I have taken the picture out, but it doesn't have like a date or anything on it. But to me, it looks like it could be from the 1940s, if anything, maybe 1950s. But so I would say World War II, maybe Korean War, 40s or 50s. I don't think it would be earlier than that or later, but I got it for $22, so I think I did pretty good on it. Right here, one of my favorite war movies, as a kid, and probably a lot of yours as well, is The Longest Day. When I first got into collecting, I collected movies and books and random things, and I picked up this album at an antique store for $5, and I always liked, this cover here with the upside down M1 helmet with the net. You see, there's an M1 Garand in block clip. There's some loose 30-06 rounds right there. Just kind of cool, I guess, iconic photo and stuff. I really liked it, so I had this displayed in my room for a long time. Underneath here, I've got a World War I officer's uniform, and again, it's been in some other videos in the past. And it does have a World War I ribbon, which it's seen better days. It does have staining here on the arm, which originally I thought could be blood, which I know a lot of people see stuff like this and automatically assume blood, but it did have a star on here, which could have been, what would that be, 6th Army, or I'm running a blank, but whatever the star is right there. It's been a long work day for me, so my mind's not where it needs to be, but overall, all the buttons are there. It actually came with a pair of trousers, or maybe I guess they're called breeches. And I actually got this, again, this officer's jacket and the trousers or pants, breeches, for $25, which I think that was a really good deal. I don't have a whole lot of World War I uniforms. I've only got 3, but I'd love to pick up more. But, man, they're getting so expensive. A lot of you guys that collect World War I know exactly what I'm talking about, which I guess for the most part everything military is going up, but hopefully soon things will start dropping. The prices of some things will start dropping and make it easier for us to collect. Last thing I want to share with you guys in this video is, if I don't damage anything, I got this World War II era dress jacket, Class A. It's got a Aleutian Islands patch right there, which is pretty cool and unique if you ask me. Then you got like the service ground forces there. Technician, sergeant, 2 years overseas, 1 year, 3 enlistment stripe. Coastal artillery, 3 ribbons, ruptured up, honorable discharge. It has a laundry number in there, stamped and written. I basically traded for this with the guy that owns an antique store, a bunch of stuff that I didn't really have a whole lot of money in. And so I basically, again, got this uniform. I don't really have any money in it, so I consider I got it for free because, again, a lot of the stuff, I've traded or done this or that to acquire things. And so I got this really nice, I would say really nice Class A Aleutian Islands jacket with not much in it. Still researching the name, the laundry number, hoping to get a name attached to it. Maybe one day I'll be able to identify the soldier that this was issued to in war. But anyways, guys, I hope you like this video. Again, there will be a part 3 and part 4, maybe part 5. Stay tuned. Continue to support me and let me know what you think of these videos. God bless all of you, and I'll be getting back to you soon. Thank you.